Hey there, it's Mark from Men Who Bullet. Thanks for hanging out with me today because we are going to be checking out the Bullet Journal Edition 2. I cannot believe that I have this in my hands finally after waiting quite a long time. The last time that I had the official bullet journal was my second bullet journal from 2018. I was just a baby bullet journaler trying to figure things out. And what I always loved about the bullet journal notebooks is that it had the method inside of it. Well, so does the Edition 2, except it is elevated. Everything about this notebook is next level. From the paper, which I was so happy to hear about, the guide is inside of here, you have grid spacing, and the design of it is just exquisite. It is such an elevated experience, and I cannot wait to share this with you today. As we're getting into this, I do want to let you know that I just became an affiliate with the official Bullet Journal team, so you can use my discount code MARK10 or click on the link in the descriptions below whenever you want to purchase, whether it's this notebook or anything from bulletjournal.com, and you will save a 10% discount off of the things that you buy. And as an affiliate, I get a kickback. Want to be open and transparent, but there's no additional cost to you. It just supports me in this channel. It lets Bullet Journal know, hey, I heard about this from Mark. I'm coming here to check this out, and hopefully you're going to enjoy this. I'm really excited to check this out today. So let's go ahead and do that. So incredibly excited to be taking a look at this. As I mentioned, the last time that I had the official bullet journal was way back in 2018. This is my second bullet journal after my first one, which also was a Leuchtturm. The bullet journal has continued to work along with them to create a really nice notebook, and I'm really pumped about it. I'll tell you some of my favorite parts about the original bullet journal. A lot had to do with the resources that were inside of this one. So if you remember, on the front cover, it had the key already built in for you here. And then in the back of the notebook, it had the directions about the bullet journal method and how to roll with it, how to work with it, and really went through everything that is also on the website as well. With this one, I know that it's upgraded. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the forms and features of it. So right off the front of this, you'll see a completely different look as you go into it. Here we had emboss. Is this deboss when it pops out? I think it is, one or the other. So a little bit more refined and smaller here on the front. The entire notebook, I've said it a million times, I know, but it's like an elevated version. It really is a good second edition of this notebook, just from how it's designed and all of the other features around it as well. You'll see throughout this notebook too a lot of the gold accents, which I just think are fantastic as you go through. Some of the main features that you'll see inside of here is that, well, this is built for bullet journaling, which would make complete sense. The other upgraded feature here is the paper. This is 120 GSM paper. It actually works wonderfully with fountain pens. I really loved using fountain pens on my first one. It's one of the best notebooks I've used for that. There's some new smart dot grids that'll help you lay out your pages really quickly, which we'll take a look at. It also has a pocket bullet journal guide. So instead of it being built into the book, it's removable, and everything else that comes along with it as well. Numbered pages, 3 bookmarks, other favorite things that I loved about this notebook. Also, you have a lot of directions as you're going through here too. So this talks about the grid guide, which is on the front page, which I love. These page dividers, which are already built into your pages to help you split your page into thirds or into halves. So we'll take a look at that too. And then the whole inside here is also just really great resources for you to focus on everything from more information from the Bullet Journal website. It talks about the companion app. If you haven't tried that out for yourself, it gives you details about what that includes for you. And then also you have all this good stuff like the details about the book and what it is, as well as some great quotes here in the back too, and more about the features and everything that you get inside of here, including stickers, which I was interested in checking out because for a long time, people who practice the bullet journal method, I call them core or purists, stickers were never a thing. And I know there was a lot of controversy around creative journaling versus bullet journaling for a while. So I was so interested to see when I found out that there were stickers that are included in here, but it just makes sense. And we need to let all of that negativity go and really focus on ourselves. And if you don't want to use stickers in your notebook, then you don't use them. But if you want to, they're here for you. Absolutely love that. This dot grid guide, oh my goodness. I love my own very much because it's easy to understand, but I just visually love this one here. So it breaks down the dot grid inside of here so you know where you can pull your page into halves or into thirds if you want to, break them down into boxes, both vertically and horizontally as well across your page. So it's nice that that's already built inside of here. I personally like my own, but that's just me, but I love it. Then right here on the front, this is the core of the bullet journal system. The bullet journal system is between the what we do and why we do it. And I love that. And I love that that's the first thing you see when you open up this notebook. And I love that it's in the gold on that black paper. It's just absolutely stunning. All of the main things are here as usual. You have your 3 little book tabs here so you can put them throughout whatever you're trying to get to easily. Love that as the feature. In the back here, you still have your pocket, and this is where your bullet journal pocket guide lives. So you saw before that the bullet journal method was built into the book. Now there's a separate pocket guide so that you can read this on your own without having to have the entire journal with you. It talks about your setup and the introduction to bullet journaling. It covers everything from your future log, your monthly log, and how to set it up and putting this all into practice. And it's really fantastic. It's, I think, what I've gotten the most out of the bullet journal method itself is the idea of reflection and thinking about my why and why I do what I do, especially inside of journals like this. The pages themselves, as I mentioned, are 120 GSM. So that means that they are thicker. One of the things that I really was not a fan of, and you can actually see this in my bullet journal flip through that I did, is that the ghosting was so terrible inside of this just because the paper was thinner. And I know that it doesn't bother everyone, but it really bothers me and was one of the reasons I actually moved away from the Leuchtturm brand and the bullet journal itself, the official bullet journal was because of that paper. So I'm really excited to be able to give this a test in the future and see how it goes. I love that the pages are numbered. It's one of the things that I miss the most from my current bullet journal, but I just write them down in the corner of the pages and I'm good to go. The key over here looks different than it did. The other one, it was on that front inside cover. Here, it gives you the main ones for your bullet journal: tasks, task complete and migration. When you cross out an item, you don't need it, notes, events, priority items, and then an entire page here for whatever you want. So if you have specific signifiers that you like that make sense for your brain, you can write them in here and continue to come back to them if you need to remember what they are. You'll also see here too that we have an intentions page that is set up for you right away before you move into your index. I love this as a practice of what do I want to do? What are my intentions for my bullet journal? And how am I going to use this to benefit my life and my mental health and mental clarity? Having that up front really does set you up for success and really does help take that bullet journal method into practice, not just putting its name on a notebook. You have your index that is set up here for you. So you actually have 4 pages of an index, which I absolutely think is wonderful because I use a lot, especially on the A5 size. You have your future log here set for yourself. And with these new smart guides that they have inside of here, it's a really quick and easy way to set up 6 months because you can just draw your line straight across here on here and break this down into thirds if you want to do it that way, or you can set up 3 columns if you want. However you like to keep your future log, it's up to you, but everything is right there for you and good to go. If you even want to do a full year, or depending on your size, you actually get 4 pages of your future log here with those numbered pages. So your official bullet journal first page will start on page 12 as you get started inside of here, and that'll take you all the way to the back where you get to page 206. Now, the thickness of this is definitely different, but that's because the paper is also a lot thicker. So if you put them side by side, you'll see that there is a height difference just because that paper is thicker. But I'll tell you, as someone who has tried a lot of different journals and has worked with thinner paper versus the slightly thicker, all the way up to 160 GSM, which is even thicker, If you're really serious about using fountain pens or other things like that inside of your bullet journal, I highly recommend this thicker paper for you. It's absolutely wonderful. The last thing I want to take a look at here are the stickers. We kind of joked about them in the beginning, but then I realized I never actually talked about them. So inside of your notebook, you actually get these with you. So what's cool is you can use these for your weekly planning. You can use these for your monthly planning if you want as well. So over on this side, you have 1 through 31, so you can cut these or tear them off depending on the month that you're with, and set up your monthly overview really nice and quickly. You have a bunch of the bullet journal stickers here, which I just think are super cool to add throughout if you want. You have some bullets themselves and the wonderful gold foil. Your Monday through Sunday stickers are all here for your days of the week, so you can set them up nice and quick. And then also here you have your month. So if you want to use these stickers for your month, you can use them for your monthly overview. You can use them as a reflection page, whatever you want. It's all here for you. And again, that gold accent just really is stunning. So that's our full review here of the Bullet Journal 2, edition number 2. And I'm really impressed with it. I gotta tell you, there's nothing I can really be mad at. Thicker paper, nice elevated design, smart pages to help you split things really nice and easily. It's not a whole lot you could really ask for more. All right, friends, like I said, I knew from the get-go that this was going to be an elevated journal, and it absolutely is, cover to cover, front to back. There is just so many things that have been stepped up in the second edition, as you saw. I need to tell you, I have my own grid space cheat sheet that I use in my journals, but you can't deny that this isn't just beautifully designed with the gold and the white. I mean, even the what and the why in the middle here just looks so good. And just having that guide in the background that now allows for more pages, but for this guide to come in and out of your notebook, exquisite. It's just so well done. So as I mentioned earlier, I did become an affiliate with bulletjournal.com, and I'm really excited about that because I'm excited for all of these opportunities that this provides for me. One of those is being able to give you a discount off of your first purchase at bulletjournal.com. So you can use my discount code, which is Mark10, or you can click on the link in the descriptions below. That will get you a discount off of this notebook or anything from the store. As an affiliate, I do get a little bit of a kickback on that, but it's no additional cost to you. I see it as you supporting my channel and you letting bulletjournal.com know, Mark did a great job of explaining this notebook to me. I've been looking for something, and I think that this is it. So just so excited to now have this as a part of my collection and to use this, honestly. I had a really great experience with that first bullet journal, but had some issues with a lot of the paper and things like that, like we discussed. So knowing that the paper is better, knowing that there's a lot of improvements that came as a part of this, and that I can practice the bullet journal method as a part that's just integrated into my day-to-day is just really exciting. So thanks again for hanging out with me today and checking this out, and I will talk with you very soon. See ya.